Max, back again. The time has come for a new room tour. It's been a few years now. I think the last one I did was in my old apartment like in 2020, something like that. And so yeah, I was asked a few weeks ago, I kind of forgot, if I could do also a studio tour with all my gear and stuff, and if you guys are interested, I would be happy to do so. So it's gonna be a long video. Strap yourselves in, because yeah, I was waiting for the new Windows to get installed since it was pretty noisy, which was annoying for music as well. But anyways, now everything is done, well, mostly. And so I say, without further ado, let's get to it. So maybe let's start with collection side of things, and we'll get to this home studio later. Welcome to my living room. Yes, this is the new place where I put all of my stuff, like my collection, games, figures, anime, you name it. And it took a while, but I think I'm pretty happy with the result. So I'll just walk around and show you some B-roll as well of all the stuff. And yeah, let's go then. Yeah, the return of the cabinets with all the figures and my Falcon shrine on the right, as you can see here. And so you've got the lovely lights. It's not just for show, but I kind of need them because the lighting was kind of weak here, to be honest. And since, for those who don't know, I'm legally blind, long story, but I went into detail in my last room tour a few years ago, but I walk with a white cane and all that stuff. Retinitis pigmentosa. Anyways, so more lighting is always welcomed, obviously. Don't mind the TV, I'm just putting some anime, just, for show like that, but yeah. And yeah, so I can just turn it off, like this, and all back on, or just one by one, like this. The goal was to make it a cozy place, some place where I can just enjoy playing games, watching anime, listening to music, all that stuff. I was not able to really enjoy it so far ever since I moved in, because I got really sick, unfortunately, long story. My good old PS3, which has served me very well, I have to say. A vinyl collection. I don't have that much really, but it's mostly heavy metal, some drum and bass, and the East soundtrack. Yeah. So all the internet is wired via Ethernet here, which is really, really awesome. So I get full speed and access to my media server. Like you can see here, this anime is actually being streamed from my PC in the other room. And since everything is wired, then there's no lag or anything. It's really awesome. Yeah. This is where I keep all of my anime DVDs, light novels, all that stuff. And at the bottom you can see It's all my old guitar magazines and my old Guitar Hero controller and some old DVDs like all those guitar courses and whatnot that they used to ship with it. And yeah, I don't have that much. Like you see in light novels, I have like, Danmachi, ReZero, My Team Romantic Comedy, and Bakemonogatari. Some more cultured stuff down there. My Dana Dakimakura, which is right now in retirement. I like to switch things up, and plus that one gets damaged so easily that I'm scared to damage it further, so... One day I might actually show my DVD collection and Blu-ray, why not? I don't know, we'll see. And of course my video games. And you also can't be a weeb without a fake katana. That was a gift I got like, wow, 12, 13 years ago. But yeah, all of my games more or less. I'm obviously not gonna show everything one by one, that would take forever. All these beautiful wall scrolls all around. I couldn't put everything I used to have, unfortunately, that's a shame, but I chose aesthetics over like just putting everything, so I've got a ton of like official Falcom stuff still in a case and all that, but it is what it is. And of course the couch where, when I have friends staying over, they sleep in it, since it's also a bed, so you can fold it into a bed, and it's pretty big, 2.30 meters or something like that long, so you can really sleep comfortably in it. Yeah, there's a lot of Elisas, as you can see. Also Bocchi the Rock. Yeah, for those who know about Falcom and stuff, here's a little challenge. If you can count the amount of Elisas in this room, then wow, you're a champion. But I would be curious. I don't even know, to be honest. I never really counted, but I know there is a lot. Just the wall scrolls alone and like the acrylic stands, figures. I've still got my trusty Guardians, of course. You've seen them in all of my room tours, probably. Man, I can't believe I bought Emilia like 6 years ago now. She's even like all dusty and dirty. Still love you. Yeah, my trusty Guardians. They guard the place. If any intruders get in, they jump and eat them. But they're mostly good girls, sometimes. And those two new little sisters, I guess you could say, Oregairu, Nesoberis, the smaller ones. These are like mega jumbo Nesoberis. This is like the middle-sized ones. Kuromishi, Marisa, Fumo, Toho, of course. A gift from my sister. She knows I like foxes, so she bought me one. A pump for extra XP. And white cat plushie from Nisa, which is really cute. And of course, you have the shrine. and my figure collection, my pride and joy. And that is about it, really. A really cozy place. I love it. Hopefully I can actually enjoy it now when I feel a little better. And play some games again, because I gotta go back to playing Kuro 2. Kuro no Kiseki 2, which I started a while ago. And yeah, there it is. And welcome to my bedroom. It's nothing special really. I wanted it to be the most relaxing and zen possible. So there it is. Very simple room. I absolutely love the view here. So the sun is slowly setting, but you can see like it's almost like being on vacation or something. You can see the water, the river there, and yeah, this whole scenery. There's the rail tracks with the trains passing by once in a while and a whole lot of birds. Yeah. Pretty lovely. This is my wardrobe, obviously. It's also where I keep my guitar cases and whatnot, and my extra wives. Here, the two Elisas. There's actually a bunch of like secret compartments everywhere where I keep my other guitar cases and whatnot. The ones you can see here are like the ones I couldn't fit, basically. And here is my small model car collection. Pretty simple room. Sometimes I put all of my dakis on the bed, but honestly it takes so much room. Simple bedroom, but I love the atmosphere it has. Relaxing. You've seen the hall, of course, so now we get to the home studio. Last but not least. So I guess we will start with, first an explanation. There's a reason why the keyboard is like this and all that. Because as I said earlier in the video, I stuck my neck so bad due to my bad posture because, you know, I almost can't see anything, so I need to stick my face to the screen. So I had to find some solutions. Wow, I'm losing my voice for some reason. To not strain my neck as much as possible, so that's why it's like this. But yeah, it's for my workflow basically when I make music. I use a Universal Audio Volt 276 interface, which is basically based on the 1176 compressor. It's really handy because you have like multiple settings for compression directly when you go in, and honestly it really is super useful. My speaker of choice is the Kali LP6, so with a 6.5 inch driver. These are insane for the price. I got them based on a recommendation, and honestly I don't regret it. It's amazing, and it gets super loud, like holy shit. I was not expecting that. Even the bass, like you don't even need a subwoofer with these, like you can shake the whole house with this thing. But anyways, that's not why I bought them. Obviously I bought them for like the clarity of the sound, and so this is what I use for mixing. And yeah, I have an old crusty Sony MDR headset which I use for also mixing, because I don't know, I couldn't get rid of it. But yeah, so simple 1080p Samsung screen on some kind of like a special stand which allows me to stick it to my face. These small speakers are used for my synthesizer, which is here, a Korg Cross 288. I love this keyboard. It's basically like an arranger synth. I bought the 88 key version since it has fully weighted keys, and it just feels good, man. It has all the old school sounds I love from Korg, and yeah, pretty good stuff. I wouldn't say it's cheap though. This is like 1.3K. You can get like the 61 key version, which is way cheaper. I don't know how much it is now, but it used to be like 650 or something. But it doesn't have any weighted keys or anything, and for me, I wanted like a keyboard I can use as a MIDI keyboard as well, but that has like good sounds built in as well. So that was my choice. And it's not too expensive, but it's you know, something I can keep for the long run and never need to upgrade. And yeah, comfortable chair, pretty expensive from IKEA, but again, when you spend a lot of time on the computer, that's important. And the bamboo desk, again from IKEA, but it's pretty big actually. I get this stand for when I have a friend coming over. We put two microphones and stream together. It's really handy. Can do paperwork here, although it's not me. I don't do paperwork since I can't see. I can't really read with my own eyes. Yeah, just clear files. Can never go wrong with clear files stuff. And below the desk is like my old wall scrolls and stuff I cannot use anymore. Unfortunately, I wish I could put them up, but again, I want to keep everything in one room for the collection, and this is like the music side of things. So now let's get to the fun part, the guitars. It's gonna take a while, so if you don't really care about this stuff, you can skip, I guess. But I'll go one by one. So you've got my Vintera 60s Mustang, probably my Bay, like you say. Just a real workhorse. My 2015 Aerodyne Strat, Fender Strat. It's basically a Japanese made Strat, which has the Gibson scale of 24 3/4, rosewood board, like a matching headstock, basswood body, a humbucker, like a dragster I think it's called, in the bridge, and it's it's just a machine, man. You can really do anything with it. It's light. I've used it on stage a lot actually when I was active in bands. Made in Japan, in the Fujigen factory. So yeah, you can see it has an arch top. I don't know if you can see because again I don't see what I'm filming, unfortunately. But it has an arch top, a black binding, the Player Series Telecaster, really cool guitar as well, love it. For the price, it's honestly really good. The Mexican Fenders are like amazing. I used to have like an Eric Clapton made in USA signature guitar, like the Blackie. I never liked it. It sounded kind of weak, very thin, and it was an absolute battle to play this guitar. I always had to fight to, you know, move the strings. Really just not, I couldn't get along with that guitar, and I don't know why actually, but I would always hurt myself playing it. And these, like, they just play like butter. I sold this one to a friend, but it's a Gibson Les Paul Standard from 2002. Gibson SG Tribute. Really light, plays really well. My only 7-string, the Schecter Omen Extreme 7. Really cool guitar, if not for the fact that it's really heavy. It's a boat anchor. I have a friend that has the 6-string version and it's super light. For some reason I got like a really heavy one, but it just looks so cool and plays so well. The setup, man, it's amazing what they do for like 500 bucks. I mean, and of course, my baby, my new guitar that I just bought a few weeks ago, the Adam Jones. Very heavy guitar, but I love it. My most expensive guitar by far, and it plays like it plays really well. Like, I've never had a guitar this well set up in my life. Like, even the action here, like down there, like the guitar just plays itself. It's amazing. That's what I mean, for 3K and 2.5K now, I think it's worth. It better play well, but yeah, it's more like a custom. I never talked about it in my unboxing video, but what I really love about this guitar and made me bought it is for the price of, like, say, a Slash or any other special upgraded standard. Let's say they're all great, but what this one has over the others, as far as I know, is the Bumblebee capacitors that you get in customs. The pickups are different. It has an ebony board, which is very rare. It's only on customs, I think, usually. And yeah, different tuners. You get the Adam Jones signature. Really cool guitar. The back is black here, but yeah, really cool features for sure. The knobs are different. The poker chip is different, I think. The switch, I mean. Yeah. And the neck feels amazing, and it has a volute as well. So if you can, I don't know if you can see it, I hope you can, but it has a volute here, there, which is pretty rare as well, and I like it because it makes the headstock stronger. So yeah, really cool guitar. I love this one so much. I can't wait to do projects with it. My drop C machine now, permanent drop C machine, Gibson Explorer 2016 traditional. We don't make this one anymore. It's kind of sad because I love the color and like the, I don't know, the vibe of this guitar. They only make like 80s reissues, whatever, which are like $3,000. I just don't get it. Anyways, Gibson for you. But yeah, it has like a 500T in the bridge and it really screams. My only complaint is like up there, the strings are like 50 miles away from the fretboard, which is a bit annoying when you do more like shreddy stuff, but yeah, really comfortable guitar, insanely comfortable. Explorers are so underrated in my opinion, and they look cool, man. They look really cool. I got this one, I mean, it's thanks to my parents back then, but yeah, I wasn't really well, and I was eyeing this guitar for a few weeks in the store, and I was like, hey Dad, can you help me get this guitar, as a joke? And he was like, yeah, sure. And they bought it for me. That was a really nice gift. And yeah, it was on sale because there is some like defects in the paint, but I don't think it's the paint, maybe it's the lacquer, but anyways, I don't care. I'm a player. My Gretsch, lovely Gretsch that I forgot the name of because it's like numbers and I'm not good with them. But it's my only hollow body guitar with a Bixby. I just love the paint. The paint is so cool. I don't know if you can see on camera, but it looks so nice and it's so fancy. It's like one of the cheap Gretches, of course, nothing to write home about, But it sounds great, it plays great. Only complaint is it used to have fret sprout, but I don't feel it anymore. It's so weird. Lovely sounding guitar. I used it on a project, a jazzy track we made for a Toho Dojin album called Dark Fragrance of Your Soul. And if you know Toho, you know which track it's based on, I would think, anyways. From Gensokyo Party Volume 3, Moria Barista, which, you know, shameless plug, if you like Dojin music, maybe you would enjoy those albums, like the Toho Gensokyo Party albums. I'm often a part of them with my band, Kopan and Dylan, my bandmates. So yeah, really cool guitar, and the back is cool too. It's also painted the same color. God, I hope everything is in frame. And my bass, a Mustang bass. Those are so cool. Short scale basses are awesome. You should try one if you're a guitarist or even a bassist. Those sound just so big, and it's a pretty small guitar. Like, I mean, it's pretty much the size of an electric or a regular electric guitar. But yeah, in gold, it looks lovely. It plays great, sounds great, and yeah. Maybe not for like super low tunings, but again, I don't think I would use this for super low tunings anyways. If I need that, I'll ask someone that has a bass for that, or yeah, I use this one on all of my projects as well, since I play bass, guitar, some synth on them. But yeah, lovely thing, because Fender doesn't just make the Mustang guitar, they also make the Mustang bass. You also have the old ones. This one has like the PJ setup, so you have like precision bass pickup here and the jazz bass pickup there. So really versatile. And last but not least, my acoustic Martin OOX1 Java Mahogany, which I bought when I was like 18. So it's been 14 years. I'm a boomer. Yeah. It's kind of weird because the X1 series is supposed to be made in Mexico, I believe. It's like the cheap Martins, but this one is made in the USA. It's made inside, you can see inside maybe, but I don't know. But it's written inside, like made in USA, not just like Nazareth, you know, where the Martin HQ is. But yeah, it's so strange, I don't know. But again, it was an old model from 2009, so maybe they switched to Mexico later, I have no idea. But it sounds lovely, it's pretty cheap. I mean, like, I paid $700 back in the day. I electrified it, so it has like pickups inside, Fishman pickups, to use it on stage, because I used it on stage at festivals and whatnot, summer festivals. It was really good memories. The guitar is pretty beat up actually, maybe you can see, but I would never sell this one, I think, ever. One day I want to upgrade maybe to an OM28, like the big boy, but $4,000, yeah, gonna have to wait. In terms of amps, I've always used this one in my bands, the Hughes & Kettner Tubemeister 36. Really good amp. It's kind of, it's a bit obsolete in some ways because it uses an old technology, an old technology like, what is it called? It uses an old technology that resembles impulse responses, and it doesn't sound that great. The first covers I've ever did, if you've seen them maybe, on this channel years ago, I was just like using this, it's called the Red Box, and so it's not a dry signal, it's not a DI, but people thought it was a DI because it sounded so dry. But yeah, that's what I used back in the day. On stage it sounded pretty good actually, people said it sounded good. I remember also I used it on like a 4x12 Marshall at a venue, and it was even powerful enough for that. That's amazing. People loved the sound apparently, the sound engineer loved it. It's like a different flavored Marshall, the best way to describe it, I guess. And then you've got the Captor, the 2 notes Captor 8, that I use to put some impulse responses on my PC when I want to use this amp. I never did it. And this is like a generic cabinet with vintage 30s in them, but I'd only use it for monitoring, because it doesn't sound that good in my opinion. It's like the bad kind of vintage 30, not the good new ones or the old ones. And I also have a Marshall DSL-20HR downstairs, which is in the rehearsal room that we're building. It's not done yet, but my friend Dylan brought his drum kit, the silent drum kit, whatever it's called, just for rehearsal, so you cannot really you cannot record anything with it or anything, but it's very handy for rehearsal because it doesn't destroy your ears and that's good. So yeah, and it has a frameless cabinet with also vintage 30s in them, but they sound very different from these ones. They sound much better, but it's like from the mid-2000s, so maybe it's a different kind of vintage 30, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I used on stage, this Hughes and Kettner and the frameless that's downstairs. And my small bass amp, those Fender Rumbles, they're really good actually. Really good for the price, and you can't really beat that in my opinion. So when I need to rehearse and play some bass, that's what I use. And I believe that is it. That's everything. If you want to know my PC specs, I guess. So this is just a pre-built PC since I don't know, I'm just not good with these things. But yeah, it's just an i5 11 gen with like an RTX 3060 for 4 terabytes of storage, 2 terabytes of NVMe, 2 terabytes of hard drive, and 16 gigs of RAM, which is not much. I kind of want to upgrade, but there's only 2 slots unfortunately. I used to have 32 in my previous PC, so it's technically a downgrade in terms of RAM. But yeah, that's what I use, and there we got it. That's it. And we're back to the room. I'm gonna close this. There we go. And that's it. So yeah, I would say I actually have a lot more space than I used to back when I was in the old apartment, because this is not counting, you know, kitchen and tables and dining tables, I mean, stuff like that. And honestly, yeah, it's lovely. This is an old house that was built like in 1900, so the house is like 123 years old. She's an old lady, but yeah, with the right amount of work, it's pretty awesome. Anyways, I think that's a long enough video, so I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did making it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.